Hi guys, Alice Taylor down here at Lytham Golf Academy. Welcome down to episode 3 of Project 300, how improving your backswing can help you hit the ball further than ever before. Right guys, so like I said, welcome down to Lytham Golf Academy. If you're new down to my channel, welcome to Ali Taylor Golf. If you're returning, welcome back. Today's video is about me trying to progress into hitting the ball 300 yards through the air with driver, so 300 yards carry. Now, in the first couple of episodes, I've spoken about how it's going to be a combination of technique, equipment, and fitness. So we're going to talk about how we can possibly improve the backswing to help increase club head speed, maintain the strike to increase ball speed, and ultimately hit driver further, and hopefully get to 300 yard carry. Right then guys, so we all love smashing driver, and obviously the idea of Project 300 for me is to try and increase my carry distance, which started just over 270 yards, to get me to that magic 300 yard mark through the air. So like I've said in the previous videos, it's a combination of technique, equipment and fitness. Didn't manage to get a video done last week because of the fitness side. Maybe overdid it in the gym a little bit and just couldn't really get the club moving how I wanted. But we're going to talk about how improving your backswing potentially could help you pick up club head speed. It might even just get me a smidge more. So what we're talking about with our backswing is when most golfers, from a pretty decent setup position, get to the top of the backswing, what we generally see is that the shoulders have turned a reasonable amount, the hips a little bit less, and the hands get to a particular height. Now, if we can potentially get the club head having a fraction longer to travel in the downswing, there's that split second longer to gain a bit more acceleration, but we can also potentially use gravity to help us a little bit as well. So the first bit we're going to talk about is I like to see, if golfers can, and it does depend on flexibility a little bit, a nice big shoulder turn. Now, in order to turn your shoulders, as your shoulders turn, your hips will follow as well. Now, what I see with a lot of guys is they don't allow for much hip turn, therefore the shoulder turn is very, very restricted. And I don't see too many guys that make at least 90-degree shoulder turn. And yet we see a lot of guys on tour, we see huge shoulder turn, creating lots and lots of coil in the body. So the way we're going to allow extra shoulder turn for you guys, because you might not have the kind of ability to separate upper and lower body like the tour players, is as we turn our shoulders, we want to just allow the hips to turn a little bit more. Now, when we do that though, we still want to stay fairly centered. I don't want to see guys moving off too much. So we're just going to practice that. Arms over the chest, rotate the shoulders and just allow the hips to turn as much as they can. And certainly for me, when I feel that, I really feel kind of everything load into that kind of right glute and that right leg. I know from there's lots of stored power and it's really, really ready to go. Now the second point I would love to see with golfers is when guys swing back, we tend to see, because there's not much of a shoulder turn, the hands are still quite low down. And with a lot of the long hitters, you will see how the hands get very, very high. Now, the higher the hands, then as we come down, we've got gravity helping us. Now again, there can be some shoulder issues that might stop you getting the hands a little higher. But I would love to see with guys that nice unrestricted hip turn, allowing for a huge shoulder turn, hands nice and high, and then from there, just really, really let it rip. So I'm going to hit a couple, and I'm going to see huge turn, big high hands. Let's see if I can get a little bit more out there for me. So good at address, big shoulder turn, let the hips go, get the hands high. Now it definitely feels like that's longer than normal. And first go there was 111 mile an hour clubhead speed, so not the quickest I've done. Right, and again, let everything turn, big high hands. Does feel quick. I do feel with that movement, maybe the strike's not quite as good, but 112 clubhead speed, so inching that way. I'm going to need to get to 118. Just in case you're worried this is going to be a really long video, I'm not going to get to 118 today, but let's have two more. Big turn, hands high, and then let's let it rip. It does feel good, that. Really, really good. So again at 112. And probably at the moment, it's about as quick as I can move it. Certainly feel the gym stuff I'm doing is definitely, I'm feeling stronger, but maybe just need to get a little bit more speed training in with the super speed sticks. So one more, let's really let this one go. And again, feels really good. Definitely feels like more range of movement than I would normally have. And like I said, I'm not expecting all you guys out there to be able to turn your shoulders maybe quite as far as I can, and certainly get your hands quite as high. But if you can just get that little bit more, that gets you that tiny bit more speed and a bit more distance for now, with on those steps again to progressing to whatever your project is. Right guys, so I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, like and share it, comment below. Let me know if you've tried this. Has it helped? Has it helped you hit the ball further? Have you started sneaking it past your friends off the tee? That's always a nice little addition. But put these things into practice. If you've not visited the first few episodes, there's a playlist set up on my channel so you can work through Project 300. Lots of you guys have already got in contact with me and let me know what your project is. If you haven't done already, comment below. Let me know what distance you'd like to be hitting the ball. But as ever, thank you for watching. Appreciate you taking the time. If you've enjoyed the video and you don't already, please click the subscribe button, ring the notification bell. Let's make sure you get my videos as soon as they drop. Follow me on all my other Instagram, Twitter and Facebook pages, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here in the future. Stay in contact.